Hey folks, I want to give you a few tennis updates here, and I figured a quick video might be better than sending out a bunch of separate remind things. So I'll be brief, but just kind of want to talk about three things here. One, I know people have had questions about the varsity lineup, when that will be determined, and how that might impact the upcoming schedule. I want to talk a little bit about parents and spectators in general at matches as we're getting closer to match days. And then three, we found out we're having Picture Day on Wednesday, so I want to talk a little bit about Picture Day, Spirit Wear, all of those things. Before we get to that, just a really quick thank you to the guys who have been absolutely fantastic. Wearing their masks when they need to, taking them off when they're playing. Many guys have been wearing them when they're waiting in line, and so people are doing what they need to do to make sure that we can hopefully have a season. And so far, we're through the first 2 weeks, and at this point, we have every reason to believe that we should be able to move forward. Not in the same way that we have in past years, but I do believe we're going to be able to have a season. And a big thank you to the guys who have been doing all the right things to make that happen. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's talk a little bit about varsity lineup. We've got challenge matches all this week. This is kind of a double-edged sword here. I still haven't made decisions yet because all of these matches have been so incredibly close, and I can make an argument for all sorts of people being in the singles lineup or being higher up in the doubles lineup, and that's part of my job is to figure out where people are a good fit for this year, as well as thinking about kind of longevity. We've got a lot of juniors. We probably don't want to front load and have 4 juniors playing singles because then we've got 4 seniors playing singles next year. And then all of a sudden someone's going to have to play one singles who's never played singles before. So we probably can't do that either. But much more to come as far as challenge matches this week in singles and in doubles. We'll be heavy on doubles this week for the most part, but there will be some singles matches sprinkled in. Challenge matches will continue into the season, though. We had movement on the varsity team not far before regionals last year. So just because someone doesn't crack the varsity lineup in our first week of matches does not mean he won't be necessarily able to do that in weeks 2, 3, or certainly 4, 5, 6, as people continue to get better and improve. So stay patient, especially for those guys who are kind of going to be in like 5 doubles, 6 doubles, and then 1, 2, 3 doubles for JV. That's gonna be really kind of a fluid thing. We're gonna continue to have some challenge matches, and we're gonna continue to work in the same way that guys who are at maybe 4 and 5 doubles are gonna try and work their way up to maybe that number 2 or 3 double spot. So just be kind of prepared that it is something that continues. So please don't think that anything is permanent. Nothing is permanent. The best players are going to play based on the info that we have, but we do need to make some decisions and start getting you working with a particular partner, as that's where our best tennis is going to come, is through some familiarity. Another quick thing about just kind of the week and the weeks ahead. Thursday, freshman orientation is getting broken into a 9 o'clock session, I believe, and an 11 o'clock session. You'll find out on Wednesday which session you're going to, freshmen. But that means about half of you are going to miss practice on Thursday. You don't need to let me know. I've got you down. For link leaders, I know, sorry, I meant to finish my note here. Let's do that. Link leaders are in and out this week. I know that you're out Thursday for freshman orientation. I think you've got some other training things. So if that's going to impact you, please shoot me a message to remind. I don't know who all of our link leaders are, so please let me know if you're missing any days this week. I know that link leaders are out, but I don't quite know who that is. So please let me know for our link leaders. But again, freshmen, you don't need to let me know about freshman orientation. I've got it. In the same way that next week we've got some scheduling days in which you find out what your class schedule is. I'll know those ahead of time. You don't need to let me know about those. I'll know when all of the sophomores are out or when all the juniors are out or whatever it is. So just kind of keep that in mind. Matches for next week. So not this upcoming week, but that following week. We have matches on September 1st and September 3rd, Tuesday and Thursday. The first one is against Milford. Milford is coming to South Lyon. We are only having 16 players for that match. Milford has 12 players on their entire team this year. We have 42. They have 12. We have 42. And so we are certainly not having all 42 roll in. We're going to have 16. We'll have 1 through 4 singles play. We'll have 1 through 4 doubles play. That's 12. So that'll get us through our 12. And then we're just going to kind of see what kind of Milford wants to do with those additional 4 guys, our 13, 14, 15, 16. Those guys will either play Milford, and we'll ask some guys to kind of play again. Or if we have some long matches and they don't want to do that, then we'll have those 4 guys almost kind of use that time as a challenge match. So in short, most people will not be playing against Milford. I'm going to be bringing 16, and we're probably going to need this whole week to figure out exactly who those 16 are. I will let you know as soon as I can. I would ideally like to tell people on Friday. I might need to sit down Saturday morning with a cup of coffee and work through that. But remember, nothing will be permanent there. If you're not in that 16 on the first, no big deal. Everyone's going to be playing on the third. That is against Lakeland. Varsity, so that's going to be 16 people. We are getting on the bus, and we are headed to Lakeland to play a very, very tough match. Lakeland won the league last year. They tied with Walled Lake Central, and then I think they won the head-to-head in regionals or something like that. I think they won the whole thing. Lakeland's very, very good. That's going to be a great early test for us. So for those 16, that'll be 1 through 4 singles and 1 through 6 doubles. The bus leaves at 2:45 from the tennis courts. We will get over to Lakeland and we'll be playing. JV, you are home. Lakeland is coming to us. Coach Kelly is coming over from Lakeland. She's fantastic, and she's going to be able to help things run really smoothly. And of course, Coach Sherburne will be there as well. And so that should be a really great first experience for all of our guys. So everyone's going to play on the third. Even if you've never played a tennis match before in your life, you've got this week. We'll teach you some scoring. We'll help you. And those first JV matches are really nice. Lakeland is a good team, but they're really nice, and the coach is really nice. And so, if you have questions or if you're standing in the wrong spot or something like that, it's no big deal. But we've got 5 days this week to go ahead and kind of get you ready for that, plus a few days that following week. All right. Now for the bad news. The LVC conference has decided that as of right now, there will not be any spectators. Some of you have already heard rumblings of this, but as things like football get completely shut down and volleyball and soccer are on short leashes, we're fortunate that at this point, tennis doesn't seem to be in any huge danger. But at this point, for these first couple weeks, there will not be any spectators. I know that's incredibly frustrating. And that's true for parents who have seniors and they want to watch their son in his final year. That's true, of course, for the freshmen who it's like, oh my gosh, this is their first match. I want to be there. And of course, everyone in between. I don't think that's going to be permanent. I do expect that you will be able to be at some matches this year, but they have asked for the first and maybe second week that we just kind of get through it with the guys and only the guys. Again, it's unique. It's not ideal. But we're going to make sure we do what we need to do. We're going to follow those guidelines. We're going to ask you not to come to those. Now, for that JV match on Thursday, if you want to park your car and watch from your car, that's fine, but you cannot be on the physical tennis facilities, meaning you can't be up against any of the fences. You can't be in between anything like that. And for the guys who are traveling over to Lakeland, parents cannot come to that either. They are shutting that down, and you're not going to be able to really watch from your cars over there anyway. You might be able to, but I can't promise what court your son's going to be on. So please be flexible with that. I know that's frustrating. I know that's disappointing. I don't think it's permanent. So let's not jump to any conclusions. Let's hold off on these first 2 matches, and hopefully we'll be able to kind of start bringing in parents slowly and social distancing. So I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news on that, but that is an LVC decision. So that's everywhere that we go, every team we play for these first couple weeks. That's what we're going to be looking like. All right. Transitioning out of that, sorry, there's no good segue. Final thing, we found out that we are having picture day this coming Wednesday. I found out Thursday night, not a lot of time. But we have picture day this Wednesday. Here's what that's going to look like. We are going to be practicing from 8 to 10 a.m. as we always do. We'll probably end a little bit early in case guys want to go home, take a shower, get cleaned up, comb their hair, something like that. We'll probably end a little bit early. We're going to meet as a team in masks at the football stadium and go in for our team picture. But those are actually going to be individual pictures in front of a green screen, and then they're going to be doing kind of some splicing together. but it will function as kind of our team picture because they're all going to have you stand exactly the same way, or most of you anyway. So for that, you need to wear your match shirt. We are hoping we'll have spirit wear ready for that. If we don't, then we will make adjustments and we'll ask you to wear a white shirt. And hopefully we have some extras. Guys who have played before, if you have extra shirts, bring them, washed please, for the new guys, just in case it's where we're at for picture day. The Westerners are working hard to make sure that we get our match shirts in time, but that's a big ask for them. So we'll find out exactly where we're at, and we will make sure that we're ready for picture day on Wednesday. Again, not a lot of time. Make sure you wear dark blue shorts. If you need shorts, let me know. Most guys want to wear their own, but we do technically have shorts that can be distributed for free. So if you would like a pair of shorts, let me know, and we will dig those out for you. After the team picture, we'll go back to the tennis courts, and that's when you can get individual pictures done in which you can have an actual tennis background rather than a green screen, which will be really, really nice. And if you cannot attend at 11 o'clock, there will be a makeup date to be determined. We'll let you know. All right. Final thing, just so you can see it and I can send out these links too. Here's how you're going to order. You can order completely online at vsnmichigan.com/pre-order, or go to vsnmichigan.com/form if you want to get the physical PDF form that you can turn in. Head to vsnmichigan.com just to kind of look around a little bit and get a feel for it. So those were my big 3 things. Thank you again for all your hard work. Thank you again for your patience and your understanding, both in terms of parents not being able to come right away, as well as to the guys who I know are anxious to find out where they're playing or when they're going to get more challenge matches. We're doing the very, very best we can. So we certainly appreciate that. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Great rest of your weekend. We've got a good week of practice ahead, and then we've got matches starting a week from this coming Tuesday for varsity against Milford, and then that following Thursday, everybody plays against Lakeland. Looking forward to it. Go Lions.